Okay, so we're going to just give it a bit of a half-hour blast, focusing on core. All right, so deep abs, obliques, back, lower back, all of that. So we're going to specifically warm up those areas. So if you stand with your feet hip distance, all right, and just take your hands into a bit of a Cossack dancer position, keep your neck long, think about core engagement, and just take a gentle twist, keep the feet still, and twist. Okay, breathe. So just gradually work into this, and just feel that work into your middle spine as you twist round and feel those muscles either side of the spine and your side of your abdominal wall working. Okay, breathe. So we're specifically going to try and target all those deep core muscles today. Yes, we'll have a little bit of a cool down and stretch at the end, but main focus is on a bit of a blast for those abdominals and back. So keep twisting and then release down. Okay, just give your shoulders a little bit of a release as well. All right, back and round. Now we're just going to bring knees up. Okay, so this way, working into the hips and everything attached to the pelvis. So we're just marching up and down, taking the knees up to the opposite hand. And again, thinking about good posture. So you land nice and softly. And this will also help to get the heart rate up a bit and build a little bit of body heat. Okay, which is going to make us able to move a little bit easier through our practice, warming up all those connective tissues. So just another few seconds of this. And then coming down. Okay, feet hip distance, or maybe a little wider. We're going to raise up with your right arm. We're going to keep reaching it up high. So really think about that right arm reaching as you stretch it over. Come back, reach up, reach high with your left. And then over. And then change. So reach up, maybe even higher. And maybe get a little bit more. Reach that top hand, the other hand away. Reach, breathe. Directly over to the side. And we'll do one more on each side. So we reach up high and really stretch over. One more, reach up. Make sure you're breathing. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And then release. Now sweep those arms up and sweep them around. So we're going one direction, softening the knees as you go. Draw the belly in, sweeping around. And then we're going to change direction, sweeping around. Stay strong and articulating through the spine, so hitting all those muscle groups that we're going to be targeting this morning. And then release, shoulders back and down, take the feet out a little bit wider. Take a stretch, in breath, and then reach. So we're doing the standing saw, which is good for a bit of a stretch in the thighs, back of the thighs, and also into the back and into the side of the abdominal wall. Make sure you're breathing, inhale, exhale, reach. And then come up and turn the toes out and squat down. And as you squat down, reach down and reach up. Reach the arms through reach the arms up, curl down, and reach up, curl down, and reach up, curl down, open up. Going as deep into the squats feels good for you. Breathe, exhale through, inhale up. Last one. And then come to the back of your mat. Stand with your feet hip distance apart. Take your chin through to your chest and roll down through your spine. Nice and slow. Rolling it down. Draw the belly in. Feel that stretch into the back of the body, and then just let the arms just sweep either side of the legs. Lift the sit bones, soften the knees where you need. And then we're going to walk the hands out. Okay. We're going to bend those knees, so we're crouching. Okay. Then we're going to come forwards to a high plank position. And we go back to that crouch. Okay, and then push forwards to high plank. Back to crouch. And then forwards to high plank. Crouch down. And then high plank. And one more. And then high plank. And then to knees. And then stretch it back. Just take some breath into your back there. Whilst you're there, you're walking your hands around. So again, hitting the side of the abdominal wall, we're still warming up. And then walking around to the other side. Walking down either side of the spine. And breathe. Okay, so we're going to come to sit. And then we're going to lie down. And we're just doing a little bit to mobilize into the back. Okay, and into the pelvis. So take your first two fingers on your hip bones, your thumbs underneath. Keep your feet hip distance. And then in breath, arch your spine, and exhale, imprint your spine. In breath, arch. And exhale, imprint. Keep the neck long with the chin slightly tucked. Breathe into arch. Breathe out to imprint. Okay. So continue that. In breath, arch. Exhale, imprint just for another few breaths. The next time to imprint, place the hands on the floor and roll up, peel up, lift the hips, we're still warming up. Lift the hips, squeeze the inner thighs, take an in breath, draw the belly in, send the breastbone down, and then lower down slowly. Come down to the hips, in breath, arch, exhale, imprint, peel up. Lift, and then slowly down, and then in breath, arch, exhale, imprint, peeling up from your lumbar through your mid-spine, and then up to that upper back, in breath, and then from your upper back, roll it back down, keep the knees steady, in breath, arch, exhale, imprint, peeling up, lift the hips, squeeze through the inner thighs, and then come back down. Okay, from here, taking your right knee up to a knee fold. So it means the knee is above the hip. And then take the other leg up to knee fold. Okay, keep the abs strong and just tap, 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 tap. Okay, so we bring the knee back, level with the hips. We keep everything switched on, pelvic floor. And deep abdominals. And breathe. Still warming up. So this is going to be working those hip flexors. And we're going to be feeling that work into the lower abdominals a little bit. Last one. And hug the knees in. And circle the knees out and round. So just loosening off a little bit, changing direction. Okay, from here, roll up and place your feet hip distance apart. And your hands can either be facing forwards, or if your wrists don't like it, they can be facing back. Okay, we're going to come up to tabletop position, so we're going to lift the hips, all right, and we're going to lift, we're going to hold, push the floor away, gently come down, just a little tap down, and then come back up to hold, push the floor away, breathe, come back down, and up. We want this a little bit harder, stretch one leg out, and lift, back down, harder still, both legs out, so up to you. So we can either have full reverse plank, or one leg out, or tabletop. And we'll do one more of those. Okay, so we're going to swing around, and we're going to find a low plank position. So send the knees back, and if this feels enough, you stay here, you draw your abdominals deep, okay, elbows under shoulders, or tuck your toes and come up and hold that position, and breathe. So we're going to hold it there, draw the abdominals deep. If it's too much, you could always have a knee down, breathe, and obviously keep changing that knee where you need it. So we'll hold in that position, send the heels away, keep the thighs on if your knees are up, and breathe, and then come down. And then we're going to lie down on our front. Okay, we're going to stretch the arms out. Okay, and we're going to do alternate limbs. We're going to lift right arm, left leg, and then down. And then we're going to lift left arm and right leg. So think about working from your center. Okay, relax your neck, relax your gaze, stretch your fingertips from your toes. If you're not liking this, you can just do the leg action. So we can just lift the legs up. Okay. Stay strong, make sure you're not straining through your neck. So we're hitting the lumbar spine now. So those lumbar extensors. Breathe. Abs pulled in. Last few reps here. And release. And just take your hands under and just stretch back. Take your knees a little bit wider for child's posture. And send the hips back and take some breath. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do just a number of exercises. And we're going to try and do them for around about 45 seconds. And that's always fluid with me. Okay, so first one we're going to do is we're going to come down to the floor and we're going to try and raise those legs up as high as we can. Okay, now you may want to bend those legs, okay, or you may want to cross them over. But what we're going to do, keep them as straight as we can, and on the out breath we're going to try and reach up, and the in breath we're coming back down. So bend those knees where you need, yeah, and if you don't like the hands up, we could do this, okay? So we could reach through with the hands, reaching either side of the legs. Also, if your neck strains, you could take a hand behind the head. If you can keep the legs straight, then we keep reaching up to the toes. Breathe out to reach, and in to come back. Last few seconds. And hug those knees in. And roll yourself up. And then swing round. So we're just going to be moving from one exercise to another. And we're going to just basically double up. So we'll do both these exercises. We're doing two exercises now, opposite. And then we'll repeat them. Okay. So take the hands to the side of the head and lift. Okay. And lift. If that feels too much, then you could take the hands to the floor and lift. Or we could take the hands out for a little bit more. We could also lift the legs as well. Stay strong. Find your edge, okay? Whatever is tough for you. Feet can be down, or feet can be lifted. Hands can be on the floor, okay? And you do it slow. Breathe, last few seconds. Stay strong. And release. Come back. You can stretch out for a moment. Breathe. You can also go down dog if you want. Come back round to sitting. Okay, so we're either going to go into knee fold here, knees above the hips, and we come up and breathe with both hands, or one, okay, or legs stay straight, and we reach. Use your breath in, breath down, exhale up. So either legs long, reaching for the toes, or knees bent, and reaching through with one or both. Breathe. Really crunch up, and then come down, hug the knees. Roll up, swing round. So lying back on your belly. And either hands under shoulders, and then you're going to be coming up to your cobra position, lengthening the front of the body, or hands side of the head, lifting up, legs and arms if you want, or just arms, or arms out in front. Relax your gaze, breathe, pull the abdominals deep. Last few reps. 3, 2, 1. Okay, good stuff. All right, we're going to come onto our side now. We got the option here, okay, of either having the knee down or not. All right. We take the hand towards the back of the mat, and we lift the hips, and we reach up. So what we're going to do is we're going to dip and lift. Or knee off, dip down, lift up. Or stack, dip down, lift up. Let's go. Abs are strong. So remember, knee can be down, dip a little bit, reach up. You could also thread and lift, thread and lift, thread and lift. But remember, we're dipping down with the hips as well. Breathe. So into those obliques and loading the shoulder and release. We're going to swap sides. Okay. So knee can be down, hand towards the back of the mat. We dip and lift. Or we could thread here. It's easier to thread with the knee on the floor. Or knee off, dip and lift. Or harder still, stack the feet. Keep breathing. And last one. And stretch it back. Release those shoulders. Take the head to the floor. Take your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers if you can, and just stretch out. Take a little stretch there for your chest and your shoulders. And then come back to sitting. All right, so this time we're going to keep the feet hip distance apart and take the hands into this kind of position. Just something to focus on. Keep the arms straight and lean back as far as you can. And then twist. So we inhale at the center, we exhale and we twist. You lean back as far as feels good for you. If you want more challenge, lift the leg. More challenge still, both legs. Whatever you're doing, breathe. Three, two, one, and up you come. And just stretch forward, straighten those legs, draw the belly in, take a stretch, breathe. Pull the abdominals deep, send the tailbone away. Okay, coming back to that position, we're going to do a second set of those Russian twists. Feet hip distance, hands out, neck long, shoulders down the back. Roll back, keep the abs strong. Twist, inhale center, exhale twist. Slow and control the better, knees steady. Another thing you can do with these, which will really help to keep that stability, and so we're focusing on the side of the abdominal walls to place like a cushion between the knees here. Remember, those of you who want it harder, you can lift the leg, and you have to go up there, try and stabilize a little bit more, or both legs. Stay with your breath. Three, two, one. Come to sitting tall, reach the arms out, tuck the chin, roll down, stretch it out. Breathe. Okay, we're going to come up to standing. And you're going to take your feet maybe about the width of the mat. All right? Draw your abdominals in, okay? Send the hips back. All right? As if you're doing a straight leg deadlift position. As if you're holding something, okay? We're not obviously holding anything. And we're keeping the legs straight, we're lifting the chest, we're sending the sternum away from the belly button. Okay, obviously soften your knees where you need, and then just sweep, keeping the body really still, just as if you're holding, again, you could just get hold of a cushion or something, and then that'll keep those shoulders aligned. So, body stays really still, apart from, we just sweep the arms back and forth, okay, arms stay strong, legs can be straight or bent, and breathe. Stay with your breath. A few more reps. Try and get a little bit more range, but keep that core steady. And then release and tuck the head in, stretch and roll back up. And then come down to the floor. Okay. Take the hands onto the thighs, feet hip distance a little bit wider, draw the belly in and lift. So we're doing chest lifts here. So the hands could either be working the way up your thighs, reaching the fingertips beyond the knees, or you could take the hands to the side of the head. Don't pull on the neck. If you're there, you keep the elbows wide. You breathe out as you come up, in as you come back, or hands on the thighs. Last few reps. And then hug the knees in. Take the head side to side, release your neck. Roll yourself up to standing again, where we're going to do another set of those straight leg deadlift position. Draw the belly in. So remember, you can bend the knees where you need. Just hinge down, Draw the arms deep, pull the abdominals and lift the chest, so the sternum reaching away from the belly button, as if you're holding something, okay, and then twist, 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 breathe. Obviously, this is the kind of thing you can also do with a little bit of resistance. So if you are going to do this exercise, definitely could add a little weight to that. Like stay strong or bend the knees a little bit. Stay with your breath. Twist, body stays steady. Try to get as much range as you can. Last one. And roll it up nice and slow. Come back down. Up and down, feet on the floor, hip distance or wider. And take the hands to the thighs or by the side of the head. And exhale to roll up, lifting the chest. So really crunch up. Trying to get as much range as you can. Breathe. Or hands by the side of the head. Lift the chest. Keep breathing in, breath down. Exhale up. And last one. And hug it in, take the head side to side, release your neck. Okay, for this next one, you might want to get a cushion or something. You don't have to. But you could do. We're going to be kneeling, all right? So you can also have a cushion on the knees, but you're going to be having it behind, resting on the calves, okay? Hands can be on your knees or hands on the floor. So from this position, okay, pull in your abdominals in and lift your chest to arch your spine, okay? So we lift on the in-breath, and on the out-breath, we're going to scoop the belly in and tuck. In breath, we're going to lift, arch the spine, and exhale, tuck. In breath, arch, lift the chest, and exhale, scoop the belly, rounding the back, and tuck. Hands can be on the floor. In breath, lift, and then tuck. Lift. And tuck, so really articulating through the pelvis, like you're doing a cat stretch here, but on the knees. So you're really working deep into that core. Last one, in breath, arch, exhale. Tuck. Okay, so we're going to come down onto forearms from here. Okay, we're going to take the feet back, we're going to be low plank, and we're going to take the hips down, take a little twist. So if that feels too much, take a knee to the floor, keep changing that knee list down as you twist, gently down with the knee. Watch that you don't twist that knee. Stay strong. Keep breathing. Last one. And take a little stretch back. Breathe. Yeah, that cushion again, maybe behind the knees. Okay, gently sit back, not all the way. Lift the chest. Inhale, arch. Exhale, scoop the belly in and round the back. You can bring the head down. In breath, lift. So we lumbar extensors. And then arch, or hand on the floor. In breath, lift. And exhale, tuck. In breath, lift. And exhale, tuck. In breath, lift. arch, and exhale, tap. In breath, lift, last one, and then tap. Release, come down to those forearms again. Okay, arms are strong, send the heels away or take the knees down, and you roll side to side. Keep adjusting those feet. So hitting the obliques here, side of your abdominal wall, arms staying strong. Breathe. 3, 2, 1. And rest it down. Stretch it back. Lift the head down. Reach the hands back, interlace the fingers. Stretch. Breathe. Swing round. Left leg forward, right foot in. So reach your left hand down your leg and take your right hand up and over. And stretch. Lift. Reach. You can take first 2 fingers around your big toe if you can make it. Breathe. And change. Right leg forward, left leg in. Right hand down the leg or big toe, first 2 fingers. Reach up and stretch. Breathe. And then both legs straight. Reach out with the hands, tuck the chin. Roll down, reach for legs or feet. Pull the belly in, send the tailbone away. So arms, hands around the legs or the feet. Spine stretch. And then lie back and really stretch the toes and the fingers. Keep reaching, reaching, reaching. And release. And once more, reach, stretch. Release, hug those knees. Roll up, stand up. And a little twist, twist, twist. And shake it out. Okay, that was a quick cool down. I ran out of time. If you want to continue to stretch, then carry on with that. Okay, so quick half-hour blast there. There you go.